Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for coming. My name is Maureen Monty, and I'm excited to be here today to talk to you about some of my work with female athletes. Let me get right to it. Win Like a Girl. That's my program for female athletes that injects confidence training into the female athlete development model. And we're here today to speak about what I've observed and measured from conversations with athletes and coaches, what female athletes fear most. First of all, a little bit about me, because many of you I haven't met yet. Background in engineering, leadership, sports, and that I think at the core, the combination of all that makes me kind of a team people problem solver, if you will. It's what I enjoy most, is helping individuals and teams reach their full potential. Worked with lots of corporate teams and lots of sports teams. And while I think it's nice to show that there's been some success at world championships and Pan Am Games and state championships, at the end of the day, it's really success in life that I'm looking for, the long game. So why do we need Win Like a Girl? Well, I use a tool called the Strength Finder that measures internal greatness. And one of the traits it measures is confidence. And shockingly, only 2% of the hundreds of female athletes I've worked with have that trait. The opposite of self-confidence is self-doubt. And I see a ton of self-doubt in female athletes. And that will continue throughout their life unless we help them manage it. And that is the sole purpose of Win Like a Girl. So it's more than a framework or a soon-to-be released book. It's in the hands of an agent. It's a movement. My goal is to have every single female athlete in the United States experience this confidence training, because I've proven over the years that this works. And if we partner together, we can solve this confidence crisis once and for all. So let's dive into the top 5 fears that I've seen. First of all, at number 5, unity. Female teams tend to have more drama than male teams. Men teams struggle to unify because they're competitive. Female teams sometimes create little subgroups and, kind of in and out groups. That's not acceptable, because a fully unified team has a competitive advantage over a fragmented team, which will crumble under pressure. So we attack that with something I call the Team Trust Bank. Number 4, female athletes hugely worry about disappointing others, and male athletes do as well, but not to the same degree. And so if you are consumed about what others are thinking about you, you cannot perform at your best. We work on that. Negative self-talk. There is an internal chatter that is relentless and it's harsh. And in order for us to manage it, we must first understand it. And I do an exercise where we kind of visualize and document what that internal chatter is like. And then we can work on it. Here's an example. This is an athlete named Jenna, and I have a video of her. I interviewed her. I'll share that link on the same page here. After this exercise, Jenna drew her internal experience after she's made a mistake, let's say, in a game. And she is an angry tornado that's attacking the house. The house is falling apart. Everybody inside is about to die. Her language is, what is wrong with you? You're out of control. This will never get better. You're a monster. You're out of shape. You're fat. You're slow. That is what Jenna is saying to herself in the times of deep trouble. Let me introduce you to Jenna. This is Jenna. She is not a monster. She is not out of control. She's not fat and slow. In fact, she's a tremendous teammate. She's captain of the team this year and would make an outstanding addition to any corporation down the road. So my point is, the facts are irrelevant. The reality on the inside is this. And we have to confront the fact that it's made up. This is not true. And we can challenge it. When the self-doubt comes in and the mistakes, what if? I hear a lot of what ifs in my work with female athletes. And if does not exist. The fact that it says if means it hasn't happened yet. So again, there's lots of things we can do, training exercises that help us manage this. And finally, all these things culminate in the fact that there's a place called Comfort Castle that nobody wants to leave. And that's fine, except there's 2 problems. Nothing good happens in Comfort Castle, and trouble will find you and shove you right out. So we practice. It's the great escape from comfort castle to overcome those doubts and those hesitations. And it's doable. It just takes the same kind of focus that we put on any of the physical aspects of the game. All right, the outcome, little victories. I don't need big victories. We need little victories. A very shy student choosing to sit with people she doesn't know for the first time ever. A freshman who I've worked with for nearly 18 months, or couldn't imagine doing these things as a freshman. She did all the heavy lifting. Win Like a Girl operates as a guide, a cheerleading device, and a hope. It injects hope. And when female athletes have hope, they play better. They feel better about themselves. So I'm completely bought into this whole concept. I've been using it for 4 or 5 years with female athletes. There's 9 parts. I'm not going to go into all 9. And we don't always do all 9. Depends on how much time we have, how long the season is. Are we doing it in the off season? But at the core of it, there's a few key exercises. We use the Strength Finder to measure the greatness on the inside. Your strengths are your confidence tools, and we measure them so we can harness them. Trust, trust, trust. If you and I fully commit to making deposits in the team trust bank and addressing withdrawals, which will happen, the team will remain unified. It's a competitive advantage. You can't control the score, but you can influence it. And so I focus on 4 particular behaviors that allow us to influence the score. Attack the comfort zone. Attack, attack, attack. Daily practice. 1 thing a day. Easy to say and hard to do, with the goal of winning at the game of life. So those are the 5 fears. This is the fun, the joy of watching the excitement in a young woman's face as they do something outside their comfort zone for the first time. I invite you to join me on this journey, to be part of the movement. And if we work together, we can solve this confidence crisis once and for all.